So
I'm not worried. You're right.
let's not touch base with Aston Villa right quick before we go to Arsenal and round up the show for today. Aston Villa, Ugum, you know my emotions towards Unai Emery. Yes, I respect him as a coach, but I don't think he's a coach that can really get a team to contend for a league anywhere. And this season, they are in contention for the league. They have done well so far. Today, I don't know what I'm going to put it, because if you watch that game today, you might not, just watching the game, put anything against Aston Villa, because they put their heart in it. They tried everything they could. But tactically, I know one or two things I believe that they didn't do what I made them not to at least get a point from that game. So I don't know. Name me, Aston Villa, are they going to stay in this race?
Aston Villa, that's where the big team, we've done it before, comes in. We've done it before. We know how this is done. We are winners. That's where it comes in the long run. I don't think Villa has the pace or the capacity or propensity to push Arsenal and City all the way. Again, it comes down to players. Watkins was not playing today. They had Tammy in there. Watkins was not there, and all of a sudden, we saw they couldn't even get goals. Yes, they had giant share of the possession, but with Brentford coming at your home, we expect that to happen. You know, Brentford is not a pushover, but this season, but that's a game. If you're going to be contending for the title, you should be winning. I think has Aston Villa reached that stage yet? I don't think so. They don't have I think the player personnel with enough experience to push Manchester City and Arsenal. I think a best bet to be at the back of their head with 14 games to go is to make sure that we keep the same energy, keep the same energy, keep the players healthy and fit. Because I see Aston Villa a copycat of Leicester City the season of COVID, where they came in, if you guys remember, were huffing, puffing, going in, and before you knew what was happening, they couldn't even make the Champions League. They couldn't make the top four at the end of the season when they had to go play Chelsea, and they lost that match. So I think Aston Villa, if care is not taken, they may even slip out of the top four, because I see Manchester United roaring. You can't falter at this stage. Manchester United is on the up. Chelsea is on El Dorado, and as my man Uche said, we're on Nirvana stage. Liverpool is still shaky, but we know the capacity of Liverpool. So now, out of those 6 teams, we know 5 is going to go to Champions League. One of those teams is going to drop. So for me, it's between Aston Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United. Out of those 4, one will drop. Who's going to be that one? Based on current form right now, I'm looking at Liverpool. I'm looking at Aston Villa as one of those teams that will drop out of that top 5.
Do you think the Aston Villa will be that bad to drop off? So bad to drop off of the top 4, top 5 in the league? Do you agree with what Mimi just said? Or is being patriotic about Chelsea?
I don't think they're bad, but yeah, I think they started struggling, and they will struggle more. Essentially, they've tinkered way too much with their squad, and very important players are starting to drop now, starting to get injured. One being Oli Watkins. Watkins is actually the highest goal scorer at 9 goals so far this season, followed by Rodgers. If anything happens to Morgan Rodgers, then please you just stick a peg in it. It's done, because he pretty much is carrying that team right now. So injuries to key players is starting to affect them, and too many changes. Right, Diane Marlin that they got from Dortmund, the former Arsenal academy product, was very productive for them. They let him go. He's gone to the Italian league now, and they brought in what's his name? Abraham. What's his name again? Tammy Abraham. They brought Tammy Abraham. Tammy hasn't been in this league for a while. He just came from Turkey, where he scored a few goals. I don't know how adaptable or how easy it will be for Tammy to adapt to the rigors of the league. Hopefully he stays healthy. So you see that there are problems. Now, this guy is also injured. They have their midfield main man that does the henchman job for them, the African guy that plays for Belgium. I keep forgetting Onana, yes. Onana has injury problems also. So when you have Onana injured, you have Watkins injured.
McGinn is injured too.
Oh my goodness. McGinn is a key member of the team. So yeah, I don't think they're going to, sustain the winning level. Imagine losing to these guys yesterday, Brentford, against 10-man Brentford. And Brentford scored after they had the red card. It wasn't like they scored and they got the red card and they had to defend all through. They scored after going to 10 men. So yeah, that's the struggle.
Uche, what's your take on Aston Villa? Do you think I don't personally believe they're going to stay in the race to the end of the season, but I don't know. Do you think they're going to fall off the top four as well? Because for me, I believe that the target they have is top four. They want to win as much as they can just to be in the top four. I don't think they can win the league. Though, like Ugu mentioned, Unai Emery, just like Pep, continues to buy players. This guy, if people don't realize that under Unai Emery, Aston Villa has bought so many players in the last 2-3 seasons. Some he gets on loan, send them back. There's some that he buys. Dr. Lewis has come in now in that midfield, very solid player. I did a very good job yesterday. Tammy Abraham came as well, like we mentioned. And one thing I liked about Tammy Abraham is that in that game, he made himself available as a striker and almost got a goal. In fact, he got one goal, but he was right because of offside. So, Uche, I don't know. What's your take on Villa before we finish up?
It's interesting. I'll start with this. Selling Malin was a big mistake. Why sell a player that was great fun with you, your team? It was fantastic. 30 minutes into his show at Roma, he got a goal. So I really feel that was not a good call. But watching Tammy Abraham today, I was super impressed. Energy, positioning, the goal he got, the anticipation that the keeper might release the ball. So I was super impressed with that. I felt today that it was not a tactical mistake. I felt it was more of being unlucky, to be fair, because they played well, the press, the goalkeeper, Kelleher was on fire today, So I really felt they were just unlucky for that. I believe they'll struggle more with the injuries. But like you said, Reggie, something I love about the coach, what's his name again?
Unai
Emery is how he recruits. Some seasons ago, Zaniolo. They brought Zaniolo in, they needed some players. Zaniolo came on the bench, did some great job, did some great work, and you're not good enough for us, they loaned him out. So if you can fill that up, loan some good players, they will stay in the top four. So for now, it depends on recruiting to fill the injured player space. I am one that believes they will be in top four, also at least the top five. I still hold that strong belief. And the person that might be out of that top four will be someone that put on a blue jersey all over the place and shouts. Their team shouts. It's not the person himself, but the team shouts. Exactly. And they are world champions, so we need to respect the way they speak. So that being said, apart from that, I believe Villa will go all the way, but Chelsea might not.
Yeah, I believe Aston Villa, they need to be in Champions League next season, and they're going to fight to be there. Unai Emery at some point is going to prioritize the league and forget about these other trophies and try to be in the Champions League because, like I said, they have spent money the past few years and they have to recoup that money and to be able to buy and change players. Like you mentioned about Malin there. You remember that the same thing we had with this what's that boy's name that went to Saudi Arabia? It looks like at Aston Villa today, regardless of how well you do as a striker, Oli Watkins is number one. And if you really want to have playing time, it looks like some of these players just look at them and they say, I want to leave. Because sometimes it's not only about a team selling a player. It might also be that a player wants to leave because they want to have more playing time. Maybe that's why Martin left. Because if you see, he was always coming from the bench. I don't think they would ever have played him as a top or the first choice striker. So maybe that's why he left. So yeah.
And Reggie, just to add something, I see Uche always trying to push shots and try to push. When you win, you have the opportunity to shout.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like Uche. I saw you in McKinney. Although you didn't win, you as usual, you guys went out in the semi-final, no trophy or anything. But I saw the way you were trying to shout. But if you had won, I know you will be shouting and using it. This when we come back to Houston,
but Dimi, how do you understand winning when you have never won?
How can I understand winning when I'm a neutral? You
have never won. You have never won as a player, as the coach. You go every year. You go
I'm a neutral guy.
Tournaments, you come back.
Osborne knows I'm a neutral. I join everything. The other practice I trained with, I was with Houston Greenwich. I would have made.
I'm talking about the tournament.
Kaka was begging for my signature, but I said no.
Well, Nimi, I agree with you. Like,
okay, guys,
I close my sentiment with you are the world champion, so you have the right to shout. So I
thank you very much.